What's going on, YouTube world? Charles Hutcherson here, and man, today we got a special guest, my guy Scott Anderson. What's going on, sir?
What's up, buddy?
Man, he all taped up, ready. We threw a couple warm-up shots just to get a feel for the lane. But today we're gonna be talking about transition, and this guy bowls pretty much everything that there is to bowl, especially in the South Florida area. And you do the regional tour as well, correct?
Yeah, I did become a full PBA member this year, so I've been about 4 or 5 regionals this year already, and
okay,
we're testing our luck.
And he big time. So again, talking about transition, a lot of people ask, you know, they see a video with just me, right? I can only change the lanes but so much. So now we have another person, and he has a bit of a bigger rev rate than myself, so we should see some transition. So yeah, man, we just gonna again get warmed up, and then at the end of this we will conclude with one full game match against me and him. You know, this is
news to me.
And I got a shirt if he wins. He has a shirt, like just right there. It's out there. It's for him. So
let's do it.
Hey, we're gonna have fun. Again, we're gonna talk about a lot specifically on how the lanes transition, and then again he's gonna get some thoughts, man, on the PBA and how those lanes typically transition. So, man, we're gonna go ahead. I've done enough talking. I'm gonna let Scott get some words in here. But yeah, let me go ahead and Scott going to start. Scott going to start right now. Just go ahead and get us warmed up, boss.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So first shot, when we were warming up, they had just kind of freshly oiled these for us, and was expecting something closer to a house shot, but this did feel a little bit flatter than kind of what I'm used to here. Been bowling here pretty much my whole life, so I was a little bit surprised. Throwing the Summit today, had to square up just a little bit to kind of get it to see it a little bit sooner. Anything to the right kind of kept going right. Anything to the left really didn't hold too well. So today we're definitely gonna have to make some shots. We're gonna have to break them down the right way if we want them to be any easier as time goes on. So let's see what we got.
All right, nice little solid shot there. So I'm gonna start a little straighter. See if we can get rid of some of that out of bounds. Oh, that took off. That took off. But again, we're just gonna get warmed up. I'm gonna try to stay a little right now just to get rid of some of the out of bounds and see what happens.
This is as far right as I've been with this ball, so you don't have to worry.
I was covering the spare there. That's cheating, man. Like, that's cheating. That was 17.5, and he ain't lose no rev rate.
The new technology on this ball, that AI core, has made a huge difference.
You see that? I got this little slow 10 pin. You know, his exploded the rack and stuff. You know, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. So this new core on the Summit is it's kind of, it has an outer core that's like golf ball shaped, and the whole purpose of that golf ball shape and not smooth rounded surface is to kind of, it's called AI stands for something inertia. I'm not going to pretend like I know what it means. It's like amplified inertia, I think was the word.
Yeah.
And one of the things that people that have been throwing this have told me is that they definitely can see the hitting power difference. I can definitely see it too. So. All right, we'll take it. About these last 2 shots, you can kind of see they've been in a little bit. As I start to see the ball kind of read a little bit sooner, The first thing I'll do is try and move my eyes in to where there's a little bit more concentration of oil before I have to move my feet. Once I can see that my eye's moving in, I'm starting to leave 4 pins. Charles, the shot before, almost 4.9, he 4-pinned also. There's usually some indicators you can find by watching other people bowl, just in case you don't throw a high enough quality shot to make reads off of. So he just 4-pinned, I just 4-pinned. My eyes are moving into the, the more dense part of the lane where most of the oil is located. So I'm probably gonna 2-1, even though there's not really a 2-1 anymore. Lanes just kind of explode. But we're gonna try and 2-1, maybe 2-0, just to kind of get it around that spot first. We're gonna see what kind of shape we get. If we like it, we're gonna stick with it. If we don't, we're gonna see, we're gonna watch other people bowl. We're gonna see what's happening with their ball, what's happening with my ball. Are there consistencies? And if there are, we can make adjustments based off of those consistencies that we see.
And what's 2-1 for the people that have no idea what 2-1 means?
2-1 is 2 with your feet and 1 with your eyes. So every time you move 2 this way with your feet, you want to move your eyes 1, because if you don't and you only move 2 with your feet, you're now projecting the ball at a totally different angle and you're getting the ball to a different break point. So 2-1 generally keeps the ball at a similar break point, and it's just starting it off in a different part of the lane and it's getting it through a different part of the lane through its roll phase. There's other extremes out on tour where we might do something called parallel, and that's 2-2. And that's just to get out of a specific zone that we think is unplayable. So if I move 2-2, that's just shifting everything one direction, one way or the other, left or right. And you see that a lot more often on the flatter patterns because it's not really shaped to help you, where you don't want the same break point. The whole idea is to change the way you're playing the lanes completely. And that's when you start getting it, you start throwing urethane, you start seeing lanes break down in a different way. So for now, house shot, reactive resin, lane's starting to dry up, we're probably gonna have to start moving.
So pretty much like he was saying, I'm gonna move closer to 20 now, and I'm gonna look a little bit closer to about 10. Oh, that way further outside. Way further outside, but with him on the lane and then me throwing a couple shots a little bit further to the right, looks pretty pretty good. Let's throw another one. Scott, forgot, I'm not doing a video with myself.
You're good.
Go ahead, Scott.
You're good.
Oh wow.
Okay, so 2-1, definitely didn't 4-pin. It got the 4-pin out. The one thing I wanted to say, if you saw Charles's last shot, he was a little bit surprised. He got it right and it's still kind of red. You do also have to be mindful when it comes to transition. If, like he said, you're further right of somebody that's blowing the lanes up to your left, you're moving into where they already were. So your moves might have to be a little bit bigger than what you're used to. These little 2-1s might not work. A great man once told me, he who moves left first wins. The problem is when you move left into somebody that's already left of you. So just keep these things in mind. He was a little bit surprised at how early his ball hooked when he got it to the right, but he might be into where I already was, right? So just keep these things in mind as you see us, attacking the transition with 2 really big balls right now.
All right, so he jumped, again, a lot further left, but a lot more rev rate. The continuation, of this ball is pretty ridiculous. Yeah, that's what I continue to see, especially when there's some volume.
Strong, symmetric balls never disappoint me.
Oh, God.
Yes,
Continuation.
Somebody with as much hand as I have, the moves might have to be a little bit bigger than 2-1, like I said. 2-1 might have worked for him.
I was begging. I definitely was. I was begging. Hey. Trying to break the pin. Jesus.
So I finally found the sweet spot. That was actually 6 and 3 based off of that last 4-pin. Okay. Now, I do work in a pro shop. I've been drilling balls for about 20 years now. One of the questions that I get asked when my brands release, new strong bowling balls, we had the Proton for a while, so that was pretty much a no-brainer. You need a ball that hooks, you get the Proton. Then we had the DNA, now we've got the Summit, so we've got 2 really strong pieces. People always ask kind of how they compare. When I first drilled the DNA, I used it to play the tighter part of the lane at one of the tighter houses down here. It was the happiest I've been with a new strong piece in a really long time. I had 4 300s in about a little under 2 months with a 299 in there at some point. It was fantastic for the heavier oil part of the lane. And what made it great for me was that I had a longer window to throw it in. So what that means is the transition didn't affect it as much because the ball didn't jerk as much down lane. It was extremely even. Something like this, the transition is going to see, and it's going to affect a lot more because of its shape down lane. So the DNA reading earlier and kind of setting up and then just kind of, having this nice smooth reaction down lane was what I needed for that house. Maybe somebody else will need something this strong that's going to have a little bit more down lane reaction for their house. It's different depending on where you are. Go see your local pro shop operator about it, but in terms of heavy oil pieces, these 2 are fantastic.
But I was a huge fan of the DNA, and this one, it just seems like so much earlier, than the DNA is, in my opinion. I know Scott kind of gave you his synopsis of the situation, but again, for me, I need a lot of oil to pull this joker out. Where I feel like the DNA was actually getting a little more usable for me and my style. Not saying that some of this bad. A lot of people like it, especially the people who don't have the rev rate. Man, they love this thing. A little more rounded. Again, I still can strike with it. Not a problem at all. But again, it's just a little more specific. And changing the surface is a key too. Taking it up, it's probably gonna make it a little more usable. Move back right, take some hand out of it. So because what we are doing to the lane, right? We're pushing some oil out there. So I went back right and it just never saw it. Now mind you, I did kill my hand. That is a part of what happened. And I probably could have slowed it down, but I just thought it may have hooked and it didn't. So throw one more shot, slow down. So again, Scott's going to round it out, and then we're going to start our full game match, and then we'll see what happens. Oh no! Oh.
Might make YouTube history right here.
Launch. Oh, he tried to double dribble it. All right, so again, we've played a little bit all over the lane now. I'm going to get to where I think I can actually strike from, and that's getting closer to 25. Still looking about 10. Get aggressive. Stay aggressive. Stay aggressive. Stay aggressive.
Let's have some fun.
Yeah, man. Let's do it. Oh, goodness.
Jeez.
It saw the spot so hard.
Needless to say, this probably wouldn't be the ball I'd be throwing right now.
We're definitely punishing the lanes.
Yeah.
We're definitely punishing the lanes.
You can say that.
And it's definitely looking like Scott might have to move a couple more lefts.
A time zone.
Oh, it tried to do it. It tried to. I definitely was a little quick on that shot. went up, speed went up a little bit. A 10-pin made, man, a 10-pin made. You got a pretty even match going. Pretty even.
All right, we're gonna make a big jump here. I feel like, so we're gonna make a big jump here. I feel like the break point, as you can see, that last one was really quick off of it. So this is where I'm gonna be probably trying to parallel. It's gonna be probably a big one, like 3 and 3. I feel like a majority of the oil is now concentrated kind of closer to the pocket. So I'm just gonna kind of move my eyes in, see if we can find something that's gonna help the ball get down the lane a little bit easier.
That was crazy. As you can see, like Scott is like really inside of the ball. You see his just that super heavy tumble. Like, I'm going right. He can go that way.
We're just gonna say that was a bad rack.
Whether it's a bad rack or not, it's still a 710 blasted. Jesus.
YouTube history, here we come.
Oh, man. Sent it the wrong direction, but I think I'm just still a little too quick. I think I can slow down and see if I can get a little more higher flush. I'm watching Scott, you know, sometimes you get caught doing that. Like, hey, I want to throw it fast like him, and then I throw it fast like him. It doesn't work the same.
Uh-oh. I got a zone all to myself now.
We gonna see about this. We're gonna see about this. Slow it down a hair. Slow it down a hair. All good. Play my game. You gotta play your game.
All right, all right.
Keep it going.
I better not see anything wrong with my line. Errant shot.
That was errant. That didn't look that far off.
Yeah. That one was a little in, and I tried to give that one a little more tilt, just to kind of get it through the fronts a little bit easier. The more side roll you give it, the cleaner it kind of gets down the lane. It just saw it still too early, and the ball just jackknifed.
Okay. High level boulder stuff. Talking all that high level boulder stuff, you good. You know, adjusting his tilt and all that funny business, man, that's, I'm gonna try to stay slow. Oh, that might get out there. I'm not nearly, again, up the back of the ball as much as he is. Some people say, oh, yeah, I do have a little bit more behind than some, but compared to this guy, that ball's seeing it.
All right, I'll remember, slow.
Slow? No, fast. Oh!
Up the back of it, baby.
Sheesh. Tight game so far. Anybody's game. Got a little loosey-goosey at the bottom of my hand. I was like, I don't know what that's gonna do.
So The one thing to keep in mind as you guys watch us bowl is there's one variable not in play. Nobody's throwing plastic at their spares right now. Plastic going down the middle of the lane makes a huge difference in transition. It's one of the reasons why when we're on tour or at a regional stop, the practice session plays so much different from the regular day because nobody's shooting spares in the practice session. They're just trying to figure out what line to play for their strikes. When plastic starts going down the lane, things start to change.
Steve came and ran us the with Scott looking solid. Solid. And off of a ball like the Phase 2, which a lot of people were trying to like compare this to, I don't think they're that close at all. But it's definitely a different option. You know, I could start with this and then get into a Phase 2. And I don't think that'd be a horrible option right now.
Different options are always better. I don't like when two balls are the same.
Fair. Oh, I caught that, but it's inside.
Oh, you're welcome.
Ah, that's funny. That's crazy. Oh, that's good.
Keep it tight.
That's good. It's working. And as you can see, we're doing a bit of striking. Especially on this, again, this fresh house shot. Like, it's not fresh anymore, but it's definitely working out. Oh, that's really slow. AI, not the programming, but y'all know what I'm talking about.
Amplified inertia.
There we go. The Storm staff are keeping us all informed. Jeez.
For such a big ball, for something that can turn the corner like that, even when you're in that soupy part of the lane, chef's kiss.
When there's enough value for this ball, the way it hits, like, it sounds different. Oh, I gassed it. That was almost a 10 pin. Like it was, I scooted that one. Slow guy. Again, I keep getting caught looking at Scott. You gotta stop it. Want to throw a 17.5 as a warm up. Oh yeah.
Did you guys hear that at home?
Oh. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. And no, we didn't edit out the bad shots. These are all just, we're doing a lot of striking right now with this ball. Like, and we're going into the 10th. Again, anybody's game in the 10th. That's how much striking we've done so far. Wrapped in, just didn't get enough at the bottom. Just gave it to Scott to walk me down.
We'll just say you jinxed it.
All right, pick it up. Maybe. Hey, I made all my 10 pins today, man. Clap for myself.
Summit Spare, coming to a pro shop near you.
All right, one more. You got 230 up there. See if I can not leak it as far right. Better shot. Mixer. So the ball's in Scott's court, or lane, or whatever we're gonna call it. Ten back. That's pretty much game there, folks.
I gotta keep it on the lane. Someone shook on that one. This last one, I'm going to move right. It's one of the things I kind of like to do is explore the lane a little bit. So I'm going to move right. I'm going to pull my hand out of it just a little bit, just so you guys can kind of see, even though they are drying up, they're drying up where we are. It's not like the oil's just kind of evaporating off the lane, right? So I'm going to move right. The ball, I am going to throw it differently, obviously, and you should be able to see the ball get down the lane a little bit smoother. Hopefully it strikes. No takes. Not bad.
255 to 236. Good game. You tell me what size shirt you wear, and we're gonna go ahead and get them taken care of.
Forgot I was bowling for a shirt. You should have told me that. You would have put the pressure on me, I would have choked.
Nah. We ain't gonna do you like that. I said it in the beginning, I wasn't gonna be that guy. Like, hey man, hurry up. Hey man, come on, this t-shirt. But yeah, so as we saw the lanes transition, and that's kind of again the focal point, the summit transition, definitely had to scoot in. As you saw, he jumped much further left, right, and his carry kind of held. Where mine's, the ball was just like, from where I was at. Again, once should have stayed a little bit, cheated a little bit further left to get a little bit closer to him. I don't have nearly the rev rate that Scott has, but again, that's exactly what I saw from the lane. Like we chewed this part up, we slowly start to migrate. Bigger migration, but
bigger migration.
But yeah, so I liked how the ball really looked on this. If I was fresher shot or a heavier volume shot, I see exactly where this ball would fit in my bag.
So one of the things I did want to discuss was he was kind of, when he first brought this up to me about talking about transition, this is actually not the first ball out of my bag. For somebody with as much hand as I am to start that far left, we bowled one game with two people and I'm already up against the ball return. So my hustle rip is my first ball out of my bag, whereas for other people it's like,
gracious, a hustle rip.
Whereas for other people it's like, all right, they're bone dry, let's throw the hustle rip, right? So obviously you have to match up your bag for your game. You kind of have to know what type of transition you usually go through. Because for me right now, I'm as far left as I can get. I'm not going to get in front of the ball return after one game of league, okay? So being able to throw something that goes a little bit straighter, like my hustle, and kind of end where I am right now at the end of game 3 is going to be of more benefit to me. Now, do I have other places to go right now? Yeah, probably. My Zen Gold label would be fantastic from here because it's going to clear the fronts a little bit better, right. So it's not going to see it as early, so the transition's not going to affect it as much. But in terms of starting with a ball for me, no. But for him, maybe.
Yeah.
This might be great for you.
Yeah, for sure. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. We got some more stuff coming up. So just be on the lookout for it, man. If you liked any of the balls, anything you've seen, use the links below. And if you like your local pro shop, man, go down there, take care of them too. So, that's about it.